And you can see how both of these guys really get open. I could have hit the wide receiver or the RB receiver there. Let's go see that one more time. Like I said, he just runs right past the cornerback. So if I can get a bullet and pass it outside like that, then we have a very easy touchdown. He's just going to be wide open. It's going to, this full wide receiver set's going to glitch it out. If you guys are looking for fast, cheap, reliable coins for your college football 25 team, check out my coin sponsors at MMOXP and use discount code MONEYSHOT for 5% off your order. Link in the description below. The champ is here! Welcome back, Money Team. This is Mad Money Shots. Living out the college cheese as always. In today's video, I'm going to give you guys a preview of what I essentially call a several formation breakdown of what is my favorite offense in the entire game. It's pretty much been that way all year. The North Texas Mean Green offense, which I put out so many offenses and so many different plays from, but I never put out any real full schemes other than the gun tight open, which I put out recently, which is also a full scheme. But I originally was going to put that into this video, but I want this video to be too long. So what this video is meant to do is to give you guys a preview of what my ebooks look like. I used to give out full breakdowns. They'd be hours long, but people that actually buy my ebooks were complaining to me in emails that they had recently purchased it, so I didn't think it was fair. So now I just try to give a preview. This particular preview is going to be 3 full formations, and it's probably my 3 favorite, or at least 3 that I put the most time into. So if you follow this channel, you probably will be familiar with these formations. They're all the empty base formations from that particular playbook, which are once again my favorite formations to use in the entire game. So I'm giving you 3 of my absolute favorite, but there's a lot more in my ebook. So if you guys need more help, more money plays, please make sure to check them out. You can download them instantly by clicking links in the description or the top pinned comment. Other than that, if you guys want to see more videos like this, like I said, I try to do it like once a month. So the next time I could do this video could be next month. So let me know in the comment section what playbook you guys would like to see, and make sure to be a subscriber if you guys want to see that. Other than that, let's get right into the video. All right, today we're going to break down the gun empty quads. This is an offense that I broke down out of the Baltimore Ravens last year, and I'm going to be putting out gameplay of it pretty soon. It's one of my favorite offenses. We'll start off with the run play, the quarterback draw. There's only 6 plays in the entire formation. So for this play here, anytime you have less than 5 in the box, because I got 5 blockers, so if I got less than 5 in the box, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to run this play. If you have a look like this where you have the man defender in front of the tight end, I'm going to flip with the right stick and try to run it in the opposite direction. Just make sure you have a decently mobile quarterback. And the part that I forgot to do is to put your ball carrier on conservative, because you don't want to run with the quarterback like this very often with the ball carrier on regular. Now, it might not seem like the best play because typically I run this against, live users that make a lot of adjustments. This here, I could run this outside, even though we had a packed box there. I could try to run that outside, but you really only want to run this. This is an audible play. I only keep this in my audibles. I'm trying to show it here against random defenses, and I'm not getting the best defenses. This is something I'll keep in my audibles, and anytime I see 4 down linemen with no linebackers behind it, I'll typically run this play. But against the computer and random, I'm getting 6-man boxes and stuff like that. It's not really working out. Here's a blitz. Which doesn't really matter because it's an outside blitz, so I can typically run around that. But for whatever reason, it's not working too great in practice. Just keep it in mind because it is pretty successful in game, even though, this is just a really great defensive line. They're just blowing it up. I also typically run it with a little bit of a faster quarterback, but just keep that in mind. That would have been a perfect look there with 4 down linemen. But that's fine. I'm going to move on. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because the results don't really matter. There is a really good dink and dunk play with the wide receiver screen. Let's go and let's pick that. We'll go random again. This is another play where it's really just a single read you make before the play starts. This looks like a man coverage. So anytime it's man, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put over here to this slant and hit this slant. That's all I really got to do. If it's zone, I'm going to go to the bunch. And you can tell pre-snap because the right here, there's not a guy in front of the tight end basically. Now you can watch the guy in front of the screen. That's one of the easiest ways to tell. If they drop down, it's a man coverage. You don't want to throw it. Here, this looks like a man coverage once again, but they drop back. So that was probably a match cover 3 or something like that, and they just basically got the ability to run this RPO play. Next up, we have a play that's really more of a zone play in the out double under, but let's go ahead and let's pick random. When it comes to this play, you got a lot of man beating routes once again with the out route, which I find here gets probably the most separation, especially against zone coverages because it's coming under the streak. And then you also have the two drags, but I would say put one of them into a zig once again, just to give yourself that man being checked out. Now you got a high-low between the zig and the tight end, and they're both getting coverage by the streak that's going to pull everything back. So that would be a way I'd rather run it. Just put him on a zig, and now you have your high-low, as you can see right here. Oh, that was actually a pretty good read. I did catch it, but that would look like it might have been a cover too. That might have been an opportunity to go somewhere else. We'll do that one more time. Like I said, I'm watching for that a little bit tighter. You can see both the zig and the out route work, but once again, we get a bad throw. We'll continue with the dink and dunk concepts with a curl pivot next. So this play here is really a man-beating play, as this looks like a man zero blitz. The zig here is going to be the star, as if I have like a man zero, I can just get out that zig 9 times out of 10. But I also have, this looks like another man zero blitz, I also have the B route here, which is going to be a really good, the curl route. So that's really my 2 reads. I can also go to the other side. If they're pressing for whatever reason, typically I'll change that up. But you can see how the tight ends are really good over the middle, the tight end and the drag, as you have a good high-low concept over the middle with that. Although I'm gonna hold it here and try to get this drag, because that's the only guy I haven't hit yet. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, you got 2 good man beaters on the outside. Well, they're all good man beaters, but over the middle is your 2 zone beaters. So this here looks like another man. I'll go to take my drag. I thought it could potentially be a zone. That's why I was focusing on that. But yeah, I mean, if your opponent starts to key in on, I don't know what happened there. The tight end was completely uncovered. I don't know what happened. But yeah, this is just a really good man play. You can also go to the single receiver side, which I do a lot. As you can see here, I typically, if my opponent starts to like press their DBs, then I'll just put this guy on a streak and try to beat him over the top with the single receiver side. But you can see how that can beat man or zone 2. Next up, we'll choose the all go. This is going to be a one play touchdown against most things. We're going to pick random to start though, because this is another play we're just going to read from front to back. As you can see, the drag is my first read. If he's not there, then the next read comes open over the top. The drag pretty much always gets open. You just see right here, I mean, they just drop everything back on these deeper routes. So a lot of times that'll always be there. But you can always just work your way to the front to back, and then eventually, you know, this RB receiver, I'm trying to hold for that. It can get open over there, but that was a man zero blitz, so that wasn't necessarily the best time for that. Here we go once again. Like I said, I could take either one of these guys. They're both open. And we're just working that, working that combo pretty much the entire time. Very easy dink and dunk concept, but it has a lot of one-play touchdowns as well. We'll go ahead and we'll start off with cover 2. Go concept to concept here. We'll go cover 2 man, if I can find it. There we go. No, that's cover 2 man. I'll go cover 2 zone. This play here, the route is going to be the B receiver, as the RB route is going to pull in, and then this guy's going to run out. Although they didn't catch it. Once again, like I said, I didn't put my fastest guy there. But we have a couple different options. He's one of them. The RB receiver is one of them. As you can see, he basically, gets open through the middle. It's going to be an even better play when it comes to things like cover 3, though. Let's go, let's pick cover 3 match first. This play here, just put the X receiver on a comeback route. If you're too close to the sideline, it won't actually work, as we actually got some serious pressure there. That's one of the few things. You don't have a lot of options when it comes to blocking. So we'll go and do that one more time. So I've got to wait for that blocking to hold up. And you can see how both of these guys really get open. I could have hit the Y receiver or the RB receiver there, as they pretty much both get open for that against cover 3. Same setup for cover 3 sky. Nothing really changes. Put X on a comeback route. So we got our drag. The Y receiver maybe gets open even easier there. As you can see, he just, I don't have to hold the ball very long. I think it actually works better against match, if I'm being honest, but it works against both. Also has success against cover 4. Let's go and let's pick cover 4 quarters. Against cover 4, just put this A tight end on a streak. It works the same way. How the he's just going to be wide open. So I don't really need to switch out to the other play, even though obviously I keep getting these bad throws. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, it's going to work the same way. Pretty much cover 4 in any regard. It's going to, this 4 wide receiver set's going to glitch it out. And it's going to be the same way against palms. But I'll go ahead and I'll show it against palms. So we're going to do it again. Like I said, we get a little bit more trail action here, but still not enough. He's still recognizing late, and the tight end's going to score. So unless there's a really fast safety at linebacker, it's not going to work out. Same concept when it comes to cover. Go cover 6. Just show it again just for posterity. Even though we already saw this. Said same idea, although we got a trailing defender here. Like I said, we didn't necessarily have that before, but this is one of the easiest. This is just such a glitchy formation. Do I have to show it against cover 9? I guess so. Against cover 9, same thing. There's too much going on over here for that one safety to cover, and it's just a very easy one-play touchdown once again. Go ahead, we'll do that again. This time we'll pick cover 4. Really, the biggest issue is going to be cover 4 regular. Go for drop field. Against cover 4, put A on a streak, X on a comeback, and that will be all you need. Is the A tight end is going to pull back the safety, and the X receiver is going to pull down the cornerback, and then you have a very easy one-play touchdown opportunity. Although there went out of bounds, but you can see the window, so just make a little bit of a better time throw. Then we have, let's see here, we're going to do cover 2 man. We'll start with man 0 blitz. Against cover 0, put an X on a comeback route, put the Y receiver on a zig, and motion snap the B receiver. Once he gets behind the right tackle, just snap the ball, and it has an effect where it basically just allows this guy to get open because it's a really good route as he just runs away from the defender for another very easy one-play touchdown. It's going to be similar to cover 1 hole. Against cover 1, just put the X receiver on a comeback route for a check down, and you're going to have a lot of options here once again, as the Y receiver is going to be very good, and the RB receiver is going to be decent, but the Y receiver is probably better against cover 1 man. Next up, we have cover 2 man. Against cover 2 man, just custom stem this RB receiver up about 20 to about 20-yard cut, and he's going to pull the safety back, and then when he cuts inside, he's typically going to split the safeties for a very easy catch for one-play touchdown opportunity, which you just have to get a good catch and run. So that's pretty much it for the one-play touchdowns. And then last but not least, we got the QB blast. Go ahead and keep going random here. Obviously, you got 5 blockers. If there's less than 5 guys in the box, take it with the quarterback. It's really that simple. So you always have a running option. Here I can still run it. I can flip it towards the open side because we have a guy on the other side there. So there's definitely a running option in this, but a really good offense in general. Here we go once again. Everybody's coming down in the box. Like I said, I can just take that right in the middle. Not the fastest quarterback, but good enough to run offense like this. You don't want to run it against this. This would be a situation where you want to switch over to one of these other plays. But this is definitely a good run play. But if there's a 6 in the box, you don't want to run that play. Now, there's a really good RPO play in here with the halfback screen. We're going to pick that. I'll go ahead and I'll pick random on offense. And if it's zone coverage, I'm going right side. Man coverage, I'm going left. I really just have to watch to see what, as I get a horrible throw there. I really have to watch to see. I'm watching the zone side. As you see here, this is going to be easy. I got a whole wall of blockers here, as we can just basically work that the entire way down the field. But if you see there's, multiple guys, like right here, there's 4 defenders over there. This is probably a zone. I just have to watch if they drop back or drop down. You can see they all drop back. We get a very easy play once again. So that's really the read. Zone, right side, man, left side. If they're man aligned, it's really going to be the easiest way. Here we get a blitz, which is perfect because this is going to cave inside here. And you're also getting to your running back, who's probably the best player on the team. Motion this receiver in, and if it's man, we're going left. If it's zone, we're going right. That's really all we're going to do here. Here it wasn't even a man. It was a zone, and we could still hit it. But like I said, to make the reads easy, we're going to say man left, zone right. I'm trying to see, based off of the alignment here, everybody's dropping back. This side, we're getting into our running back, which is the best, maybe the best player on the field, best player on the offense, so that's nice. Here, this definitely looks like a man. So like I said, motion this guy in. If it's a man cover 1, though, this slant might have a little more issues, and I don't know what's going on with these throws. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong there, or if the quarterback's just throwing bad passes, but this here looks like it's most likely a man as well, and every time I throw the man side, I get a bad throw, so that's something where I might be trying to rip it too quick. Here it looks like a man coverage game, maybe a man blitz. I'll try to stand taller in that pocket and just rip that ball there and get that man side out. But you can see the man side's a little less successful, but it's still, that's the option. So like I said, I really, if I'm running this play, I'm hoping it's a zone coverage, as I'm having more success with the slant against zone coverage too. But you might need a strong receiver here. This looks like a man 0 blitz. Hopefully these safeties or these linebackers come in and we can get it over that cornerback's face. But for some reason, I don't know. It just seems I'm trying to get it out fast, and I feel like it's messing up. But that's how the play is designed. I don't know why it's doing that. Here we go once again. Like I said, zone coverage. Even when he throws, it's really the animation you're getting. Even when he throws it to the running back, he's throwing off his back foot. So I feel like it's the back foot animation that you're getting. But that's how you read this play. Left side man, right side zone. But the play that I'm really going to be focusing on here is going to be the all-go. First play I'm going to go over is the all-go. This is going to be a one-play touchdown against everything. We're going to start off, go concept to concept, starting off with cover 2. Cover 2 right here. So this play here, most of these plays, I'm just going to put the X receiver on a comeback route, put the B receiver on a slant or a drag. On this play here, it looks like I can do that, and then the RB route here should be open, as long as I get a better pass than that. That was just not a good pass. But we'll go ahead and do that. Like I said, I can drag. I can just leave him where he is. Like if I want that check down, I could do that. But it's really going to matter. What really matters the most is going to be the pass. So I'll keep putting X on a comeback just so I have that option. And you can see if I can get a throw outside, because he's really not getting a very good throw to the outside. I don't know. I don't really use this team that much. Maybe there's something to do with that, but let's go see that one more time. Like I said, he just runs right past the cornerback. So if I can get a bullet and pass it outside like that, then we have a very easy touchdown because the safety's got way too much responsibility here. Well, we'll do that again. We'll continue with cover 3. Cover 3 sky. Same setup, put X on a comeback. Like I said, I got multiple options as far as what I want to do with that B receiver if I want him coming over the middle. That's really the option guy. You can put the B receiver anywhere. On that play there, you can see I got sacked before the A receiver crosses. But if you get him to cross, you can see how the comeback route holds that cornerback down, and it's a very easy touchdown now as he crosses the safety. Next up, we'll do that again. We'll pick cover 3 match. It's going to be the same thing. You're just going to have a receiver following. So I'll go and give myself that dragging check down. Like I said, I can do whatever I want with that, but you can see the A receiver is still going to go. You are in an empty backfield look, so the pass blocking might not be the best all the time, but you can see he crosses the same way. It's still going to be the same way as cover 3 regular. Do that again. We'll choose cover 4 this time, starting off with cover 4 match, cover quarters. Same setup, like I said, the B receiver, you can really do whatever you want with him, but he's not really relevant because the Y receiver is going to be the guy this time. You can see that crossing receiver takes the safety with him, and the cornerback's being pulled back by the streak. Do the same thing. It's going to be the same whether it's that or cover 4 palms. So same setup, comeback route, same receiver really, as you can see right there. The A receiver just, I don't know if they expect the cornerback to cover both routes. I don't know what's expected here, if I'm being honest. Against cover 4, it's the same thing. You just have to hold the ball till that A receiver crosses. And you can see here that he's going to have probably the smallest window out of all these defenses, but he does have a window. So if you really want to, you can put the B receiver on a streak on this defense to really try to pull back. And that'll help to pull back that safety because he's going to read that there's multiple people in the area. And you can see how there we get over the top for another one-play touchdown. Also has success against things like cover 6. We're going to pick cover 6 first. Same setup really, although I don't think you even have to put this guy in a route. As you're going to see, the Y receiver once again is going to get single coverage. Or double. Well, there's going to be 2 guys basically on the outside cornerback. It's not going to work out. We'll pick that again. We'll do cover 9. This play here is going to be basically operating on the cover 2 side once again. No adjustments needed. You're just going to bullet and pass lead away. You can tell the cover 2 side because the cornerback is down closer to the line of scrimmage at the start of the play, making it very easy to decide and just basically work the cover 2 side just like you do cover 2 zone. Now, this doesn't necessarily work the best against man coverages, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to move over. I mean, man zero blitz doesn't really work great against. Cover 1, it's okay. So let's go and pick cover 1 hole. Doesn't work great against cover 0 because you don't have the blocking for it. But you'll see how against cover 1, the same setup can work as this A receiver here can cross the safety and be a big play. Also can have success against cover 2 man. It's probably better against cover 2 man. This guy here, you can motion this guy in and I could put him on a pass block because he's not really that important on this particular play. But you can see how the RB receiver a lot of times just runs right past the cornerback, making for a very easy play. I don't know if the motion has anything to do with it, but it's really, you're really just watching to see, like here, now you see when I motion this guy in, the cornerback backs off outside. He's still going to try to come down to press, but he can't. So basically at that point, it's just a bullet and pass lead away for another easy one-play touchdown. The motion is very important. You can see here, he's in front of him. He's lining in front of him. He's going to try to come down to press every single time, but if I motion the tight end in to block, now he's going to move outside. He's still going to try to press, but he's just not in a position to make that press, and that's why the RB receiver just runs right past him for a very easy one-play touchdown. Although I got cocky and kind of ran a little bit short, but still, you can see it works. So that's your one-play against everything except cover 0. We're going to go ahead, we're going to choose the bunch trail for man coverages. This is going to be your best man play. Every play here, every route here beats man. The Y receiver here is going to be your best big play against man coverage because he gets outside leverage. And it's a tight end going against a safety, which is going to be the best coverage. Although you got to throw it proper timing. Right there, I tried to throw it a little bit early. If I really want to, I could custom stem this guy up and he'll get more separation once he gets, because the safety, the way that route is designed, the safety is going to continue running backwards like it's a streak. So if I really want to run this up, the second he breaks outside, that's when he's going to get open. And you can see the blocking is really the issue. But like I said, the streak up is really what gets this guy open. So not necessarily a one-play touchdown, but a very big play. And I have a lot of other options there. I accidentally bump faked. I didn't mean to do that. But I have a lot of other options there with the RB route being a drag. The comeback route on the other side can get open. So this is going to be your man-beating play against just about everything. But it's going to be most valuable against cover 0 as a lot of times you can see this drag here. He couldn't get across the formation. I was trying to hold the ball for that. But like I said, your outside guys are really your best routes. As you can see, this tight end's not the best tight end in the game. If you have a little bit of faster tight end, obviously, he's going to do even better with a catch and run. But you can see how consistently he's getting open against Caleb Downs. And there, he just got completely mugged off the line. I didn't see what happened there. And last but not least, we got the all curl. This is pretty much a man play. If you have somebody running a lot of man zeros, you can hit him with the all curl. And pretty much all these routes are going to get open if you throw it with good timing. Once again, I'm throwing on my back foot because of the pressure. But all these routes here are going to be man. That's pretty much the idea. So if somebody's sending zeros, this is definitely a good option, as I can hit all these guys. They're all going to get open underneath the quarterback if you throw it with adequate timing, which isn't always ideal. I'm just going to go ahead and go around the horn here. Like I said, these curls come back, and we're just beating. And pretty much any man coverage. Cover 2, though, cover 2 man, they'll be pressing to the point where it might not work out that way. But just keep in mind that against any man zero blitz, you can dink and dunk him to death with this, or you can hit him with the other play that I showed you. Now, there's another really good play out of the wide receiver screen, which is a little bit better because at least you have multiple options. For this play here, you can throw, I can work the left side. You can make, obviously, this looks like a man coverage. So my man beater, although he kind of dropped back there, it actually turned out to be a zone coverage. My man beater is going to be the corner route, and my zone beaters are going to be the hitches. Now, if it's a man, like right here, that's a man. You can see how the corner route's going to beat that. But once again, it's a running back, so try to make sure you have a good receiving or a good route running back. But I could just play the high-low here. As you can see, Downs is going to be a different story, obviously. He's the best safety in the game. But I can play the high-low on that side. But you can see the second it's a man coverage, I only have one choice. I can play the high-low. If I want to split the field in half, I can play the high-low. There's another screen play here called the mid-screen. This one here only works against zone coverage, so you got to be aware of that. Against man, you can see how the guy follows. So if you make a poor read, you could actually throw an interception. So don't be, if the guy does follow, it's probably better to take the sack. As you can see here, that that was actually a zone, but the blitzing cornerback made me think it was a man. We're gonna go once again, like I said, man coverage. I don't want to throw a pick six. That's the only real downside here. This has to be run against zone. Here we get a zone look finally, and you can see how my blockers actually got in my way, and I didn't get a ton. But mid screens are good plays. It's just a little bit better when you have a second option that can beat man coverage. You can see right here, we get a nice little screen play at the middle. All these plays are really designed to supplement the rushing attack because you don't really have a lot of run plays. Now here also, you make sure you have your fastest guy running this, because if I would have had number 1 in that spot, he's 97 speed, I probably would have been gone. But these are all just meant to supplement your run plays because you don't really have a lot. You only have one inside quarterback draw, and these are going to be like your outside run plays for the most part, basically screens. There's also some really good screen plays. They have one of the running back called the shallow screen. I'm going to pick that. So for this play here, the wide receiver beats zone, even though it looks like a drag. It can have some success against man, but since these guys on the other side are not pulling back far enough, it really is just a zone beating route, while the comeback route is going to be a good man beater. As you can see right here, I'm watching the running back. I'm going to motion the running back in. Like you can see, I motion him in so that he can get across the formation a little bit faster. And it can help you to basically pre-diagnose. As you can see right there, that looked like a man coverage, although the pressure really got in. But I find that motion this guy in is going to be helpful. So this here looks like it's going to be a man zero blitz. This is a scenario where I can get it out. I'm kind of getting like an off the back foot throw animation, which is kind of weird considering that there really is no pulling lineman, so I shouldn't have that issue. But you can see how we can get this play. It's not the best play in the world. It's something that you can definitely mix in, and you want to throw quickly. Like I said, I don't know why I'm getting that off the back foot animation, because there's no pulling lineman. I really shouldn't be getting that. So let's go ahead, let's just take our time and step into that throw. I think that's really what it is, as I'm trying to throw it too quickly. But you can see how you can have a lot of success with this play if you turn that corner on that block and the slot receiver there. But just a good play to mix in. Not like the best play in the world, but definitely a good play. There is a run play because, obviously you don't have a running back on the field. You do have a running back on the field, but there's no sweep or nothing like that. But I'll start off with some trick plays and some run plays, some dink and dunk plays before I get to the one play touchdowns. We're going to start off with the QB draw. This play here is pretty good. We'll go ahead. We'll try to match with just random nickel throughout. But this play here, you can flip it with the right stick. As you can see, we have a guy walking down the line, so I probably want to run away from him. But this is like a box count play, as you can see right there. Not a ton of opportunity. I don't necessarily have a fast quarterback here either. I'm not really sure who I have in the game. But let's go ahead and let's get somebody a little athletic, because he didn't really feel it on the first play. I thought he had like an 80. Yeah, 79 speed's not horrible, but let's go and let's switch out with this guy here just while we're running these particular plays. But it's a box count once again. If there's less than 5, you can run this. So here you can see the linebacker's back there. Whenever I'm running this, I really just want to follow whoever the free guy is. Whoever moves, as you can see right there, 77 moved. If whoever leaves the line is my lead blocker. And if there's 6 in the box, I don't want to run this. But right here, no, there's 4 in the box. Like I said, there, Sawyer just kind of got off, but we still had a good run. As you can see with the athletic quarterback here, that we have a much better look. This play here, I'm going to flip it because that extra guy, he's close to the box. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I can run it either way, but you typically want to find the hole and try to flip it in that direction, as you can see right here. I mean, this is, you know what I mean? This is a good run play for sure, as you can run this and have a lot of success. Just make sure you might want to set your quarterback too conservative from time to time, and you know, just in case that, like right here, this is 6 in the box. You're not going to want to run this. This is going to get shut down. You don't have the blocking you need. So whenever you have 6 in the box, don't run the ball. But a look like this, where there's no second level defenders, this is perfect. As you can see, you know, it parts like the Red Sea right up the middle there. Going to do that one more time. Like I said, 77 is the free guy. I'm going to follow him. You can see how he's my lead blocker. Even though he didn't block anybody, he's always going to lead me to space. So that's it for the dink and dunk, you know, run play alternates. But we also have some good pass plays that can also act like short, you know, catch and run style run plays like the inside cross. So for this play here, the best route's going to be the Y route. They have A as the best route, but that's not really the case because the Y route is running into a vacated area because the deep dig that the RB receiver is pulling back. So that makes that a better option. Here though, it looks like we have a double drag concept. Once again, this is the first read. We're watching this guy to start the play. If he's not there, we can watch the other drag, and if that drag's not there, we just can watch the high-low between the A and the RB. Here we got that. Looks like, you know, I thought he was open. That was just a hell of a play. It looked like he was going to break open there, but the last read is going to be the comeback route. As you can see here, if you throw that with good timing, it's going to beat any man coverage. It can also get open against matching zones. Regular zone coverages, though, not so much. But this is just a really good, you know, dink and dunk concept that you can run pretty much anytime you need to play. I mean, I can run this on 3rd and long and have success because of the catch and run. So now we have some one-play touchdowns, starting with the 9-8-6 switch. This one here can mostly be a one-play touchdown against every single defense in the game. So let's go and let's pick that. We're going to start off. We're going to go defense to defense, starting off with, we'll start off with cover 0. We'll do man coverages. We'll go backwards. Where are we at here? Man 0 blitz. So this play here, you got a couple of different routes that are pretty good. The Y receiver is pretty good. I mean, where he's currently at, it's not bad. I can put him on a legit corner route where it's going to change the angle a little bit, or it actually look like it stayed the same. But yeah, so this corner route here is going to be pretty good. He runs up to the point where I could throw outside, but once again, it's a running back, so it's not necessarily going to be the best, you know, catch and run. But the better way to do it, in my opinion, is to motion this guy across and motion snap him when he gets behind the tackles. And now you can see how this RB receiver on a wheel can turn up and just be a very big play against most man coverages. So man 0 blitz, obviously a very good play. I've done this with a slower receiver. I know Branch is a fast receiver, but we'll go ahead. We can actually replace him just for a play just to show that it'll work the exact same way. Let's see if we can put him. Yeah, we'll go and we'll take him out. I'll just put somebody random. I have no idea who I just put in. I have no idea. I'm not really too familiar with this roster, but let's just go and let's do it again. And you'll notice it'll work the exact same way. Although I do have, like, my biggest issue is sidestepping the pressure because I forgot to motion this guy across. But let's go and do it again. Like I said, he drops down a little bit there when I do that, which is what's going to make this play even more explosive. You can see he just gets over the top. So speed's not necessarily the most important thing. We'll go and we'll leave that guy in that spot because we're going to focus on that route since we're doing a lot of man coverages. So let's go and let's do cover one hole. Going to be the same idea as this RB receiver here. It's just going to be, once he turns up, and wheel routes are usually pretty devastating against cover 1, so that's obviously an option. The Y receiver is still pretty good, but it's not as good because, once again, you got a running back running it, and he didn't even hang on to it there. So just keep that in mind. Typically going to be the wheel route. The A tight end, if you have a really fast tight end, he can work too. But like I said, that's dependent on the tight end. This tight end here is not too great. You're probably going to need somebody a little bit faster. As you can see, like, I'm having opportunity for a big play, but it's just not, you know, if I had a receiver there, it'd be a different story. But there's definitely a lot of options against pretty much any man coverage here. As you can see, if I don't throw that with right timing, you see how this, you know, I don't know if it's a linebacker or what, but he can definitely undercut it. But you have that, like I said, that is there. It just really depends on the receiver running that route. You need to have a pretty fast tight end, a pretty good tight end doing that. Next up, we'll do cover 2-man. Right here. It's going to be pretty much the same deal with the RB receiver. as he typically, the cornerback covering him will typically try to press, and that was just a really weird animation. Sometimes he's going to get like, jammed around or whatever, but you saw there it worked out. Typically he'll try to run around that, like I said, right there. That's, you can see he's just running right up the field, right to space. So that's obviously one of the best routes on this play, as it beats every man coverage. So keep that in mind. We're going to go back to that play though. We're going to do some zones, starting off with cover 2 zone. Another play, you can do a couple different things here. You can motion this guy and put him on a streak against pretty much any zone coverage. This route concept here will help to get that wide receiver open. You just have to basically throw it up the field, and you have a potential catch and run, especially with a fast running back. I think this running back's like 90 speed. But once again, the RB receiver is the cheese, as he just gets completely open based on the fact that this outside cornerback here just kind of like, he has to jam or redirect the B receiver, and that just leaves RB wide open. So if somebody runs cover 2 against this, it's going to get absolutely roasted. But like I said, you have more than one play, as I actually stopped running there, thinking that I had the easy touchdown. Let's continue that concept look, though. We're going to go to cover 3. We'll do cover 3 match, which will be a little different than cover 3 regular. Same idea once again with that wheel route. Wheel routes are devastating against man, and that also includes matching coverages. So you can see that's a very easy one-play touchdown there. Although you could also just custom stem the wide receiver down a little bit, and the A tight end a lot of times, once again, if he has a little bit of a speed advantage, can get open. But this one's a little less reliable. I find that you could also just put the A tight end on a corner, on a post route, and it'll have a similar effect. But once again, you just need a good tight end. This can get open. I'm going to go and do it a few times just until I see this guy clear, because he can get open above the cornerback, but that's going to be a little bit different. That might be better against cover 3 regular more than cover 3 match. Against cover 3, you can use the 9-8-6 switch, but the better play is going to be the 9-8-6. So let's go and let's pick that against cover 3 sky. The reason this play works better is because what the RB route is doing, it's a different assignment. So we're going to custom stem wide down, and you'll see how the A tight end here is going to get across to the seam. Now, whether it's a one-play touchdown is going to be the difference. But if we also put the A tight end on a post, I find that does a better job of getting across the formation. As you can see right there, it still doesn't change the pressure. But let's do it one more time. We're going to put A on a post, just a little bit better because of what the RB route is doing. And now you can see we got a little bit more separation. But once again, you're going to need a little bit of speed at tight end. You can't get this tight end off the field. We'll go and we'll custom stem this guy down. Hopefully that'll create a little bit more of a drop by the cornerback. But you can see, once again, still not getting good throws. I don't know what the deal is with this quarterback. I definitely am not feeling this quarterback. Do this one more time. Like I said, I want to use this offense in gameplay, but I might have to find a different team because I'm really not feeling this quarterback. But like I said, you can see he gets up that seam. He just has to get that catch and run. I don't know if the comeback route will help to pull that guy down. We're going to try that because that does pull cornerbacks down too. And now you can see if I hold that a little bit longer, maybe that's the better look than the corner route. As you can see right there, we have a little bit more time to catch and run. But that's definitely your best setup against cover 3. And you can do that with the same play. If you don't have that play in your arsenal, say you didn't put in your audibles, then you just have to put A and RB both. As I accidentally put Y, you have to just do more of a setup. So right here, like I said, I'd have to do everybody on custom. Then I have to custom stem this guy up. B, I can just put him on a streak. But like I said, you can do it like this from this play. It's just much more of a setup, where the other play you already have that RB receiver, and then you can see it's like the same thing basically, which I'm not going to continue to do, but you can see how that can work. So I'll continue with the 9-8-6 switch, go back to that, and we'll just pick out a cover 4. So I'll just put A on a streak, X on a comeback route, and this is going to be the play. As you can see right here, the X or the A receiver gets forgotten because for whatever reason they're prioritizing that wheel route. So very easy set there. That was cut for quarters. Should react the same way against palms. But let's go ahead and let's do that real quick just to make sure. Against cover 4 palms, it's pretty much the same. You just have a different receiver get open. As you can see, the RB receiver is going to roast his guy in man coverage once again. Once again, he's not the fast receiver. I don't know how fast this guy is, but I think he's subpar or below 90 speed. But so you basically, when you set this up, you're going to set this up the same way every single time, whether it's a matching coverage, and just watch which receiver gets open. We'll pick that again. We'll do cover 6 this time. Cover 6 is the same way. You don't really have to make any adjustments. You're just waiting for the RB route to roast his man coverage once again. As you can see, they just get past these guys every single time. His wheel routes are just completely overpowered. Then we'll do that against cover 9, and it'll probably be the same way because it's pretty consistent. Like I said, I have a pretty bad receiver out there running that. This is a straight up cover 2 look. So we're going to get, since it's a cover 2 on that side, it's just going to be the same thing. You're just attacking the same cover 2 side the same way you attack cover 2. And that's pretty much every zone, although we didn't do cover 4 yet. Cover 4 drop, so it's going to do that. That's going to be, usually the most difficult. So we'll pick that, and we'll pick cover 4 drop field. Cover 4 is probably the hardest defense because you have to throw to the tight end, but you want to put this running back here on a streak and then motion him in so you can pull that safety back. They put X on a comeback to pull down the cornerback. And the A tight end, I want to put him on a post, but you can make it happen with it the way that it is. So it's just a tight. It's just tough to get down the field with the tight end based on the fact that he's not necessarily the fastest guy on the field. But we'll go ahead. We'll put him on a post this time, and I find that helps a little bit. As you can see here, once again, as we're getting pressure in our face, the post route takes a little bit longer to cross. That's also a downside to the post. But you can see how we already basically made that one-play touchdown happen. A faster tight end definitely would have made that happen. And you can see right here, if I just, with this setup, it might just be a little bit easier, but it's still all about getting that catch and run. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.